DJ Khaled has yet to comment on the mass casualties in Gaza as the region's ongoing crisis enters its fifth month, and one of the producer's close associates has now expressed disappointment in his visible absence. During an interview with Shahryar Stories that was published on Sunday, February 18th, entrepreneur and philanthropist Fadi Musalit shared his thoughts on the influential beatmaker not speaking up about the rising death toll in the Strip despite his Palestinian ancestry. "Unfortunately, everyone has their reasons," he said. "But there's no reason, there's no excuse when you're actually a Palestinian. For me, my mother lives there, you know what I mean? We're from the same village, same families, so there's no excuse." About his own involvement in the matter, he said, "Right now, my heart and dedications are with Palestine. I go there a lot. Like I said, my mother lives there. I do a lot of charity work with a lot of refugee camps there. I do a lot of fundraisers to raise money for Gaza and all the refugees outside of Gaza, in the West Bank." According to Love in Dubai, he also recently said, "Khaled and I are not speaking right now because it's all about Palestine, and if you're not talking about Palestine, get out of my life." It is worth noting that Musalit has referred to Khaled as his cousin several times before, though the latter has never publicly done so himself. Hip Hop DX has reached out to the artist's team for clarification but has not yet received a response. According to the latest reports by the Associated Press, more than 29,000 Palestinians have been killed since Hamas launched an attack on Israel back in October that claimed the lives of over 1,000 civilians. Soon after, the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, unleashed a series of onslaughts on the occupied territory, the indiscriminate bombardment as part of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's pursuit of total victory, and the eternal disarmament of Gaza, has now become one of the most fatal and catastrophic military campaigns in recent history. A large number of public figures have remained quiet or neutral on the issue. Soon after the attacks broke out last year, DJ Vlad singled out Drake and DJ Khaled, who are of Jewish and Palestinian descent, respectively, for their radio silence amid all the bloodshed. "You sort of see what's been happening when you look at the Gaza-Israel situation. It's horrific," he said during an interview on The Breakfast Club. "And I put out a statement about that myself. I said, that I feel sorry for all the citizens from Israel and Palestine that are caught up in what their leaders are choosing to do." He continued, "It's a serious topic. And when I sat back and looked at it, I was like, Drake is the most famous Jewish person on earth, and Khaled is the most famous Palestinian in the world. But neither one of them has said anything about this at all. Drake is doing this whole thing where he's literally writing paragraphs about Joe Budden because his feelings were hurt about an album review." He concluded, "So it's not like they don't have time. This shit runs deep." Not long after, Drake signed a letter calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza.